child's pose. If child's pose is not your favorite and you want to start in a different position, that's fine as well. I like a block sometimes under my forehead, and that just kind of gives it a little bit more elevation, especially if you don't like being all the way down. It just kind of gives you that little lift up. And then as we settle, perfect, love these messages, thank you. As we settle, we deepen the breath. So as we settle the body, we deepen the breath. Hi, mister, you ready? Let's do this. And this act of deepening the breath, it's not just like, bam, you're going 60 miles an hour, and like the equivalent of what a deep breath would be. It's a gradual sort of deepening. It might take a few rounds to actually even feel like it's shifted or changed in any way. And that's perfect. That's perfect. As with all things in this practice, we're not forcing. We're receiving, we're encouraging, we're inviting. Feels good on your body, you can maybe rock side to side a little bit. And then rising up onto hands and knees. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. And then push into that right foot. This is little mister. He comes in and out. He likes it when I'm low. When I stand up, he's out. He's gone. So push into this right foot so that you're not just sinking and collapsing down, especially if your body's on the bendy side. Really keep that connection of that right foot down. Feel the outer shin gently pressing in. Keep the base of the big toe rooted. Hug the right shoulder toward the right, hug the right knee toward the right shoulder. And then slowly, gently start to engage the left glute just a little bit. And then option to stay here. Option to really press into this left hand, start to open the chest, and then if you want, you can take the back foot and bring it toward the hips, and then find the foot with your hand. You can explore this however it feels good in your body. Beautiful. Soft, steady breath. If you're comfortable with Ujjayi, beautiful, but if that feels too vigorous, just even, full in, even, full out. Release the foot if you have it. You're going to push into this left hand. Come onto the pinky side of your left foot. Turn your right toes to the right, so all your toes are facing to the right, and then push down and lift up. Really strengthen that left leg as if you were in Vashisthasana. You're going to bring the right hand around, turn the right toes forward, turn that left heel all the way to the middle of the mat. And then you might need to walk your right foot a little more to the left. You can use a block here. You can use your arm on your thigh, or you can keep your hand on the inside of the right foot. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. right shoulder, right knee, gently press against each other, or if you're on arm to thigh, arm and thigh, gently press into each other to wrap the chest open. Cut the right hip crease nice and deep here. Firm the inner left thigh up and back. And then stretch your left arm straight out in front of your chest. Cut it overhead if it's okay. And then release the left hand down. Come on to the back toes. Plant your hands. Step to plank. About 5 breaths in plank. Thighs to the sky. Heart forward, gaze a little forward. Thumbs gently draw toward each other. Take an inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Knees come down to the ground gently and come back onto your hands and your knees. Left foot's going to come outside of your left hand. And then just take a few breaths here. To see how your body greets you. Notice how your breath shifts and changes. And smooth it out. Hug the left knee into the left shoulder. Feel the outer left shin gently pressing in, but without collapsing the arch of the left foot. Keep the big toe pressing down. It's almost like you're drawing the base of the big toe to the inner heel so that the arch of the foot stays awake and alive. This doesn't need to change. If you want, you're going to press firmly into this right hand, maybe start to twist a little to the left, and then you have the option of bending the right leg and then finding the foot. And as we start to kind of make that shift toward the left with the torso, notice how the left knee wants to drop open. Can you keep it gently drawing inward? Can you keep the integrity of that left leg without it just collapsing open? And if you have the foot, you'll release it gently. You're going to tuck the back toes, lift up. You're going to turn all your toes to the left. So come onto the pinky side of your right foot. Left toes turn to the left. And then lifting up. How much can you straighten that right leg and create some power there? Energy line hand to hand, head to right foot. And then keep pressing into that left foot to get into that outer left hip. Toes on the right foot draw toward your heart. Take one more inhale, and then bring the left hand around. Bring the left toes around. Turn the right heel in. Adjust your feet as needed. Parshvakonasana. So arm can be on thigh, hand can be on block. Take the arm forward. Get that sense of lengthening. So I didn't take your hand to your sacrum. If that was helpful for you, go for it. But get that sense of lengthening out. Reach forward, and then reach the arm overhead if it's okay. Beautiful. So yeah, if this doesn't feel good on your shoulder for any reason, you can keep it here, straight up. Find what works. Inner right thigh resists toward the back of your mat. And cutting that left hip under the body. Really beautiful. Yes. One more full breath in. And then release the hands down. Step back to plank. Inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. pause here. First down dog. Take some breaths here. Move around if it suits you. Firm the hands down. Neutralize the neck. Drop the ears between the biceps. One more inhale. And then exhale. Bend your knees. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale, stretch back further. Another inhale, get longer in the spine. Exhale, stretch back more, and then use these legs. Bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway with your inhale. Half forward fold. Hands can be on blocks, shins floor. Exhale, fold down. Do that again. Half forward fold. Draw the heart forward. And then bow down. One more time. Offer the heart and hand. Exhale and bow. Inhale, keep that length. Rise all the way up to stand. Sweep the arms to the sky. And then draw your hands into your heart with your exhale. Pause here. 5 breaths. Just in stillness. Inhale. And exhale. Stack your body up. Inhale. Feel the levels of your joints. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath and still. Inhale. And exhale. Release the arms down. Turn the palms open. Broaden across the collarbones. Broaden across your upper back. Kneecaps lift up. Level the pelvis. Soften the front ribs. Breathe into your back ribs. On this next inhale, it's like you're breathing your arms up from your back ribs. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Empty the breath. Inhale, halfway. Step back, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, rising open. Downward facing dog, exhale. Pause in your breath. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Hinge at the hips. Keep the spine long, forward fold. Inhale, half forward folds. Chaturanga, exhale. Move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Really beautiful. Yes. Well done. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your feet up to your hands at the end of your exhale. Yes. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold down. You're perfect. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, draw your hands into your center. We go again. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open and rise. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Bend your knees. Lower the hips. Utkatasana, chair. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, left knee lifts up, stand up. And then push this left leg back behind you. We're going to arrive in crescent pose. So left foot steps back. Generous stance, both width and length. You can have a bend in the back knee as needed to sort of level the pelvis. Contain the low belly. So from belly button to pubic bone, kind of zip it up. Good. Yes, so good. Energetically, you're scissoring your legs toward each other. And then for today, really come high into those left toes. Work the ankle, work the toes. Outer shin on the both legs, really gently pressing in toward midline of body. And again, without collapsing into the arch of that right foot. One more inhale. And then split the arms. Left arm comes down, right arm comes up. Just a nice, easy twist here. Yeah, good. And I didn't hear from anyone that's prenatal, but if you are, you can take this twist, just take it really, really wide, like out here so that you get lots of space, and turn open from your chest, not from your belly. Beautiful. You're going to turn the back foot onto the pinky side. So right toes go right, we did this before. Left toes go right on the pinky side of the foot. You're going to sink down here. Stay really strong. And then push up. And then come around, side angle. Root the back heel, adjust the feet as needed. Roll it open. And then inhale. Rise all the way up. Straighten the front leg. Pivot the right foot. Prasarita. Padottanasana. Releasing through the center. Come halfway, inhale. And fold back down, exhale. Good. You're here for a few breaths. If you love tripod headstand and you feel really good here and you feel ready to go into it, go for it. If it's questionable, don't do it. Just enjoy this fold. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, yes. Really nice. If you did take a headstand, start to slowly straddle down. And then everyone, inhale, lengthen up halfway. Walk your hands around to the top of the mat. Turn the right toes forward. Take the right foot pretty wide. Both hands inside of this right leg. And then hug the right knee into the shoulder. So very similar to how we started, but with the back knee up. Heart travels forward, gaze travels forward. You're going to push down so much into the arms that this right foot just floats up. You're going to sweep it back and you're going to float it. So right foot up off the floor if it's okay. Take a few breaths here. And then either floating the leg or putting it down, chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Right away, lift your heels high, inhale. Bend your knees, bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Inhale, right knee lifts up. And then exhale, step that right foot back. Left foot's at the top of the mat. Crescent pose. Use the back toes. Lift the heel high today. Really work that back ankle. And that might mean that you need a little bit of a longer stance. Go for it. Energetically, feet drawing toward each other. Last breath in here. And then right hand's going to come down and left hand reaches up. So notice the power in the back leg, and if it changes when the hand comes down, keep the back leg real strong, real active. We're going to pivot onto the pinky side of the right foot. All toes turn left. We're going to sink down. And then rise up and around. Pivot the feet back around, side angle. And sweep it open. Yes, beautiful. Really nice. And I'm going to rise up and square the feet. And forward fold for Prasarita. Padottanasana again. Come halfway, inhale. And exhale. You can stay here, if you want. You have a second shot for headstand. Or if you want, first two fingers and thumbs are going to move to your big toes. And your elbows go wide. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Kneecaps lifting. If anyone took a headstand, please straddle down with control. Everyone lengthen halfway. And then walk your hands around to the top of your mat. Both hands come inside the left leg. Pull the heart forward. So basically you're in a plank with one leg forward. So the back leg is working as much as if you were in a plank. The arms are supporting you as if you were in a plank. Draw the heart through those pillars. And then press so much into the hands that you start to lift this left leg, float it back. We'll take a few breaths here. And then floating the foot or putting it down, chaturanga. And then rise into your back bend, so good. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Pause in your breath. Rise high to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Look forward, feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Chair, inhale. Left knee rises up. Push the foot back behind you. Crescent pose for a breath, inhale. And then left hand down, exhale, twist it. Turn your feet to the right, pivot, sink down, and then rise up, come all the way around and through, side angle. Little change here, push into this front foot, rise up, back of the mat, Skandasana. So this does not have to be super low. This could be really high, as a matter of fact, and you'll still get a lot out of it. It's really what you're looking for here. My ankles are pretty mobile, so this actually comes pretty easy to me, and I don't feel as much, if I'm going to be totally honest, when I'm down here, because I get all sorts of support. When I'm up a little bit more, I feel a lot more. I have to work a little bit harder, in a good way. One more, inhale. You're going to turn to the back of your mat. Come onto your right toes, and then both hands to the inside of this left leg. Arms like pillars, pull the heart through. a circle, and we're going to continue that circle around. You're going to turn to your left. You're going to drop the hip. You're going to come around. Gomukhasana. Yes. Beautiful. Good. If you got any knee stuff, really be careful, not transition. But we're going to come to seated here. Beautiful. If this pose is just not happening for you, just cross at your shins. Fantastic alternative. So don't let a pose make you feel bad. It's just a pose. Trace the breath. Allow the breath to lift the spine. If you feel pretty good here and you can hinge at the hips and start to move the spine forward, but there's no need to if it doesn't work. So the poses are, of course, important, but the transitions are even more important. And so this whole kind of sequence is about how we transition from pose to pose, how we move through the space between the events, the space between the breath. So we're going to unwind. So you're going to turn to your right, come all the way around. Hands to the top of the mat, both legs straight, pyramid. Melting over the front leg as much as it feels good. Lift the back heel, step your feet together, and then come into chair. Pick up your right leg. Push the right foot toward the back of the mat. And then arriving in crescent pose. Nice and wide, nice and long, generous stance. Beautiful. Release the right hand down. And we twist. Come onto the pinky side of the right foot. Turn all your toes to the left and sink down. And then rise up. Come around. Side angle. Beautiful. Push into your front foot. Rise up. Turn the back heel into the middle just a bit, and then Skandasana, side lunge in any depth, whatever works for you. Yes. Beautiful. Keep digging that left heel down to keep that leg active. Beautiful. Really nice. Lengthen out the spine, broaden the chest. Two more breaths, really nice. So you're going to turn to the back of your mat. Square off your feet, both hands to the inside of that right leg. Hug the knee into the shoulder. Pull the gaze, pull the heart forward, back leg super strong. Two more breaths. I'm going to go toward your right. I'm going to transition to Gomukhasana legs. So, yes, I have my back to you for this moment. I'm going to flip it around in a second. Just see what you receive when you come here. If you need to, come into Sukhasana instead. And in both versions, you're cutting the pinky side of the foot down into the ground. Keep the feet active, awake, and alive so that you're not just flopping in the ankles. So push down, yeah. So good, so good. Beautiful, beautiful. you want to move a little forward with the torso, you're welcome to do so. If you're forward, rising up, and come back the way you came in. So going to your left shoulder, come all the way around, pivot the feet, left toes forward, right heel rooted, right toe is at an angle, and then melting over the front leg as much as it feels okay. Pick up the back heel, push off the toes, bring the feet together. Come into chair with an inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Half forward fold, heart forward. Plant your hands, chaturanga, exhale. Rising, open inhale. And downward facing dog with your exhale. Inhale your right leg back. If it feels good, open the hip, bend the knee. Pull the foot toward the sitting bone. And then right knee to right tricep. Nice and high. Place the right foot outside of the right hand. Pull the heart forward. We've been here quite a few times. Good, you're going to have some options here. Hop your left foot in halfway. So both knees are bent. Perfect, perfect. I saw that, that was perfect. You're going to take your left leg, you're going to kick it out to the right. Pinky side of the foot is down. And then maybe you start to bend your elbows like you're in chaturanga. Maybe you reach your right hand out for your right foot. And you don't have to take the foot off the ground. We'll start here. We'll come back to this another time. Work the tricep, work the shoulder into that right shin and knee. If you took the right hand out, bring it back in, but bring the right hand outside of the right foot, push down, open up, half moon. If you need a block there, bring her in. Yes. Fantastic. Yes, 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 yes. Nice, Elizabeth. Beautiful. Love it. Option to bend the top leg, find the foot, and then kick gently away. Last inhale. If you have the foot, release it. You're going to bend the right knee. You're going to bring the left hand around. Bend both of the knees. Bring the bring the left knee behind the right calf. And then slide it down. The left knee slides down. And we twist to your right. Cha-cha. Yes. Beautiful. You can simply hug this knee and use the back hand to twist more to support the spine up. Or you can hook the elbow. There's lots of variations when you get here. Follow your intuition on what's best for you today. Pull the right shoulder open more. Come around through center. Bring your hands forward. Push into your right foot. Lift the left leg. Stay with your hands on the floor or on blocks, or lift up into warrior three. So supported warrior three. Unsupported warrior three, you decide. Hands down, step back, chaturanga. Opening up and downward facing dog. From down dog, left leg stretches back. Open the hip if it feels good on your body, bend the knee, and then if you want, pull that foot a little more toward the opposite sitting bone and lift the knee a little higher. And then left knee to left tricep, nice and high. And then place the foot outside your hand. Pull the heart forward. This is our jump off point. You're gonna hop the right foot in about halfway, and then both knees are bent. And so this time, before we go any further, just kind of test that bending of the elbows like you're gonna go into chaturanga. Just get a sense of that. Then, take this right leg out and across to the left. And maybe start to bend the elbows. Maybe take the left hand to the right foot. Yes. Really good, really good. And then if you took the left hand out, bring it back in, a little outside the left foot. Open up all the way into half moon. Yeah? Yes. Beautiful. Classical is spectacular. I do not feel like this needs to change, but if you like, you can bend the top leg, find the foot, and then kick it away. Draw up on the outer left calf. Build the arch of that left foot. Kneecap draws up. If you have the foot, release it gently. Bend the standing leg. Bring the right hand down. Bring your right knee to your left calf, so that's your starting point. And then slowly glide that knee down and to the outside of the left foot. Sit down, and we twist to the left. Trace the breath. Let the breath support your spine. Allow the twist to be spacious enough that you don't feel that you're restricting your breath. Your exhale relieves you back through center. You're going to push forward, lift into supported warrior three or unsupported warrior three, extending the arms or hands at your heart. Fantastic, yes. Nice, Kelly. Good, Jane, yes. Pretty, Andy. These are nice, really nice. Hands come down, step back, and vinyasa or not, skip it. Skip it if you don't need it. And then little pause. Right leg stretches back. Right knee high onto that right tricep. And then place the right foot forward. Pull the gaze forward, pull the heart forward, pop the left foot back in. We're gonna go into this again because we do like 1,000 chaturangas and then we have this pose that's mysterious and we do it once and we never see it again, right? This is baby grasshopper. I'm gonna turn a little bit on an angle here in the hopes that you can see a little better of what I'm doing. You're gonna kick the left leg over to the right. And you're gonna sink the hips down. If you want, you can sit all the way down. I'm totally fine with that. If you want, you bend this left elbow like you're in chaturanga. You find the foot, you lift it up. The arm works against the shin, the heart pulls forward. So the torso is like you're going into chaturanga. And I used to always say that it's not as hard as it looks. And then I decided maybe it is as hard as it looks because you have to have a few things here. Ankle mobility is really helpful, right? So don't beat yourself up if this seems like I'll never get there. It's okay. Certain things in our body just revolt back against other things. We're going to open up half moon. So we're just going to unwind it. Right hand down. And then just like we did before, but we're going to have a little change. Bring that left hand around. Bend both knees. Bring the feet together. Come into chair. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. So good. Options, options, options. Chair, forward fold. Chair, forward fold. Option 2, inhale, chair, hands to the ground. You exhale, you take a hop. You inhale to chair. You exhale, and you take a little hop. So you got the beautiful just chair to forward fold, kriya, moving and breathing, or if you want to get into your hands, you take that little hop up. There's no pressure to do that. Really beautiful. Next time you come through chair, forward fold, or into your hop, we're going to go right back into chaturanga. Rise and open. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg stretches back. Left knee high to that left shoulder, place the foot outside of your hand. Pull the heart forward, pop the right foot in halfway. You can stay here. So if this all seems like ridiculousness, stay here. You're gonna kick the right leg over to the left. Maybe take that right foot with your left hand, and then you're working chaturanga in the right arm. The gaze moves forward. Hug the knee into the shoulder. And then we push into this left foot. You unravel into half moon. Yes. Awesome. And then bring the feet together. Bend both of the knees, arrive in chair. And then you have another round of forward fold. Inhaling chair, or exhaling, and little hop. And of course, if you want to take a full handstand and it's there for you, go for it. One of these days I'm going to go crashing out of my window. Knock on wood. Really nice. Really good. Yes, Claudia. Next time you come into chair, you're going to stay in chair. And you're going to sink down, come onto your backs. Take a few breaths. Broaden your collarbones. Push your feet down, rise into bridge. Maybe lace the hands. Stretch the knees forward. Outer shins in. Big toes root. One more inhale. Release. Receive the back bend. Same thing, or upward facing bow. Inhale, rise up, knees stretch forward. And release out. Last one, bridge, up bow. You choose. Release out. Feet wide, knees in. Right hand heart, left hand belly. Arms out wide, drop both knees to the right. Engage the left glute and kind of push that left hip forward toward the right knee. And then switch knees left, right hip engages. Just press the hip forward. Back into center, hug the knees in, use the knees, rock up to seated. Legs out front. Bring the right foot into your inner left thigh. Inhale, lengthen up. Stretch the left leg long. Exhale, coming forward, Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, pull the heart forward. And then deepen the crease of the left hip. Dig the left heel down. Top of the head stretches forward. Inhale, rising up. And take your right hand behind your hips, fingers pointed at the back of your mat. Lift up, open up. Yes, beautiful. Release it out. Right leg forward, left foot in. Inhale, lift up. From the hinge of the hip, come forward. Heart lengthens, spine lengthens, go deeper. Melt the gaze. Breathe into these back ribs. pointing back. Push down. Open and rise. And then release around. Both legs out straight, please. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, come forward, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart, root the sitting bones, and then go deeper. Inhale, pull the heart forward. And then exhale, release. Bend your knees, roll down onto your backs, please. Really nice. Give yourself a good squeeze, knees to chest. And then keep the right knee in, extend the left leg out. Right arm out to the right, take the right knee over to your left. You got a twist. These last moments before Shavasana, tell yourself you've done enough. Come back to center, both knees back in. And then release. Right leg out, left knee comes across. We have a tendency to stack things, to make to-do lists, to think of the next thing that needs to be done. And in this moment, there's nothing else that needs to be done. We just need to go through Shavasana. And then when you're done with that, then the day continues. But in this moment, even in our practice, we have this tendency to think that we need to do more. So in this last moment, even if you don't feel like you did enough, I promise you. For today, you did enough. Come back to center. And then release into Shavasana. If you prefer sitting in meditation, by all means, get comfy. And then releasing physically as much as you can, allowing the muscles to soften around the joints, the bones. Allowing expression on the face to release, muscles of the face to release, the throat. And then even the muscles of respiration, of breathing, allow them to soften. The breath just gets passive, flowing in and out freely. like to think of Shavasana as an offering to myself, an offering to the universe, receiving the practice, all the goodness that entails for myself, but also for the ripple effect, for my family, for my coworkers, etc., outward. So in this last moment of your Shavasana, offer your Shavasana out to the world. And then re-engaging physically. Start to wake up hands and feet, arms and legs. And then you'll find your pathway to sitting. You can roll to your side, rise from there. If you're more comfortable just rocking up, you can do that. And then once you are seated, bring your hands to your heart. It's been my pleasure to teach for you today and fill in for Tiffany. I appreciate your practice. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.